Hello, welcome to Good Questions, Good Answer. Today we have another interesting question from our audience and our guest joining us today, who is our regular fan. How about introduce yourself, Mr. Paul?
Hello, everybody. My name's Paul. I'm from Australia. I'm a regular meditator on Venerable Pisit's Inner Peace Sunday program and Inner Peace Wednesday as well.
Well, we good to have you here with us today. So right now, many people around the world, as it is, they are living inside and try to having social distance at this moment. However, there are still some struggling too in order to acquire their food supply and in order to for them to survive on this kind of situation. So which come to our questions today, which Mr. Paul having in his mind. So, Mr. Paul, what is the question do you have in your mind?
Okay, the question I've got is why should we be good, or why is it good to be good? And the reason I want to know why is because in the current situation, when I go to the supermarket, go shopping, and see people fighting, arguing, being very disrespectful and not being good at all, then I started to wonder about why is it good to be good? Why should we be good?
I see. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul, for asking. Well, your question is quite interesting. There are many reasons for many people to do good, and the thing is, the definition of good may not be the same. So, this is why sometimes when we are doing good, it may not be good for the others. Sometimes we're doing bad, it may be good for the others. So, this is the case. So, therefore, Mr. Paul,
Okay.
the good in each individual may not be the same. For example, the good for a businessman or the good for a rapper, they may be having the same kind of good, but their meaning is different.
But the thing is, how did he gain his success? I mean, you can be successful in business, but did you do good thing or not good thing? Yeah.
That's, that need to be clarified too, right? Yes. What about the rapper or thieves? If they want to be good, what they need to do?
Well,
They have to do
successful at
everything,
doing
right?
at doing what they do. They
Yes,
have to be
cracking on the
successful.
code, hacking on the bank from the safe everywhere, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So these are something that telling us that definition for each person is different. And as you also asking earlier that how they do define how they define the good. You see,
Yeah. Everyone's got their own definition of what is good. Some people say it's good to be bad. That's
exactly. So
yeah.
in here, we cannot find a measurement to define what is good. In Buddhism concept, however, there is something that can help us measure quite easy. We use our feeling to measure what is define our good or bad. For example, for this case, if a person wish to do something good that make himself feel good, but in return result in another person not feeling good about it, this is called good. And as
Uh,
for himself not feeling good but result in another person feeling good, that would not be good neither. And as for himself not feeling good and result in another person not feeling good, these are not very, very good at all. The only good in here is mean when he want to do something, he feeling good about it and result in another person happy about it. This is called good. So this is how we use our measurement define what is good. Buddhism concept. Okay, Mr. Paul.
okay, so that's sort of like a guideline to gauge it. Okay. Okay.
So that is in other words, that means it's a win-win situation, right?
Yes. 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 Okay. Okay.
Okay. So in this
Um.
case, to answer your question, Why should we be good? You see, everyone, every individual, right now they are struggle in order to survive, to live and passing through this COVID-19 situation. So in other words, they just want to survive and want to be happy. So
Correct.
everyone want to be happy, right, Mr. Paul? So that's why they want to gain a lot of things, as many as they can, so that way they can be happy during this time. So put in
Yes.
simple, everyone want to be happy. And
Look,
so
everyone wants to be happy, but some people they're running off fear as well.
yeah, well, of
And
course. But when they are happy, they forget about the fear, right? But they forgot something on the process, just like you mentioned about the businessman. When he want to make rich, he can do whatever he wants. But if we
yes,
use our feelings as a measurement, this we will have many methods, many ways to consider how can we be good for ourselves and others. Same thing with many people at this time that when they struggle, they forget to put themselves into consideration what is good. Only think about themselves but not the others. So that result in what you have seen so far. But if we want to be good, to answer your question, why should we be good? Then simple is we want to be happy. But if we want to be happy, we have to do it correctly by making ourselves happy and the other person happy too.
I say if you do the good things correctly,
Yes,
which is the win-win situation,
yes,
then the benefit of doing that is to have a happy um, outcome, have a good, happy
yes,
feeling. You feel okay,
yeah. So
okay,
this way you won't be regret over your action. So in here, how to be good? There are only three things that can help you to be happy daily life. Well, first of all, you need to start a good relationship by sharing. We want to make friends. We want to make people trust and love us. We start
yes,
off by sharing what we have. It doesn't have to be food or your possession or money. It could be your ideas, your kind words. You can just sharing with them as long as you are uh, happy to do so. This is something.
so
Yeah,
not just okay, not just material things. There's more things to be shared.
exactly. So could be your wisdom. Like I'm sharing my wisdom with you. This is something another form of sharing. You can make good interaction to each other. And the second, you want to keep out security, the sense of peace and secure to everyone around you and yourself.
Okay,
Start off by practice of self-discipline. Okay, there are five things that you can do to help yourself be safe and the other feel secure. One,
okay,
you don't hurt or kill anyone because every being love their own and cherish their own life the most. Just like you see people are struggling over the food. It is
yeah,
something that you can be considered on this fact. Two, you don't steal from another person or taking what is not given to you. This
okay,
can give you trust. Three, you don't cheat or commit adultery to anyone's family member. In other words, everyone's love their own family. If someone that they love cheating on them, they won't feel good, right? Same thing, if you have someone that you love and they cheat on you, you won't feel good neither. It is something that you can gain trust, interaction with the people who are living with you. Fourth, everyone's living together basis on trust. So your kind word, your speech is also important. Remember, Mr. Paul,
yes,
people remember their words than their action. Words can get to their mind, but action may be soon forget easier than words. So the words that you are speaking to another
very
person
important.
is very important. So it should be honest, it should be the truth, and it should be polite. Right time, right
Okay,
place,
okay,
person. Okay. And last but not least, your consciousness is the most important. Anything you have done so far is based on your consciousness and your awareness. If you lose this, soon everything that you had done accumulated from now until now, it will be gone. So if you take intoxicant like alcohol, drugs into your body, you could lose your consciousness. And in the end, you won't be able to give them sense of people sense of secure.
Security. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'm just wondering, why is it that you're saying words are more important than actions, or as equally as important as actions?
Mm, that's a good point, Mr. Paul. Well, generally, people believe that action is important than the words. But in this case, let me clarify this thing. It's about that. You see, words can hurt our feeling than the actions. This is what I meant.
Because they say actions speak louder than words, but um, so words can be very, very hurtful.
Exactly. So sometimes when we use the words, we have to be carefully consider for to the other before we speak. Otherwise, what we speak, they may have a very remember very wrong. So therefore, if it hurt the
Yeah.
feeling, it won't be a good thing, right?
Yes. That's not a win-win.
So by
Yeah.
practice of sharing and practice of self-discipline, this is a starter to keep your mind happy. And last but not least, meditate every day. These are something that you can try to help yourself maintain your peace in daily life. Okay, so three things.
Yeah.
These are what we can practice to keep ourselves be happy at this time. And maybe in the future, if you have time, come back to our temple and practice meditation. Join our Inner Peace Sunday again next time in
Yes.
the future.
Yes.
Hope this answer to you, Mr. Paul. And that is the answer for our question today. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul, and we hope to see you again in our next question. Good question,
Thank
good answer. Don't forget to join our Inner Peace Sunday to everyone.